Hello and welcome, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. My name is Victoria. This is Radiant Moon Tarot, and this is your June 2024 money and career reading. If you're new to my channel, a very warm hello to you. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm always grateful for your likes, shares, subscribes, and your wonderful comments and energy. All of your interaction really does help my channel grow, so I thank you for that. And if you are new and enjoy the reading, take a moment to press that like button as well and say hello. Where are you watching from? Let's get right into your reading. We've got cornucopia coming in there with card number 11. Did you wish for something? Are you hoping for something? Cornucopia shows an energy of abundance. And it also is a reminder to be thankful and grateful for everything that you have and everything blossoming in your world so that you get more of it. Cornucopia is about having everything that you need and also a little bit extra. So it's a wonderful time, things blossoming in your life, in your world. We have a woman holding a coin coming in here for you. Now, there could be a very helpful person around you in the next month or so. Sometimes the energy takes a little bit longer to play out for you. It's all activating for you in the month of June. So over the next 6 to 8 weeks, possibly, right? Maybe a little longer for some. But women holding a coin shows someone who has something to give you. Now, this person could be an employer, right? Your boss, maybe they're giving you a little bit of a bonus. Maybe you get a little raise. They could even have a promotion for you, like a new job, a new department, that kind of thing. The woman holding a coin can also be someone who can give you some resources or some help in regards to your money, your finances, your investments as well. And this person is a very positive influence and is very beneficial for you. And it could come out of the blue. It could be someone new coming into your life or someone you already know, but they are giving you a gift of some kind. And it might not necessarily take the shape of money. Okay, it may very well, but it may also take the form of an opportunity. It can be an investment opportunity, so maybe they want some money from you, okay, but you can trust what they're saying. They are in the uprights, they're good, okay, but always, of course, if someone wants you to invest in something, always ask questions and do your due diligence. It's just the smart thing to do. But this person can be someone new or someone that you do know. So, but it can be advice, it could be help, right? It could be something that you pay for their services, but you get something really positive in return, right? We can sometimes spend money on services and we don't get anything back, or we don't feel like we get our value back. So this could be someone, you know, like a financial advisor or something like that, or a career counselor. And by you paying them money for their services, something does come back to you because of that. So you don't feel like you've been gypped or anything, right? You feel it's money well spent. Really positive energy there for you. We have 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron coming in. Ooh, I like this one. Metatron can help you manifest your desires into reality. Work with Archangel Metatron. Really, really powerful ally and showing up for you guys. This, of course, is connected with your third eye. And your third eye is where you hold your vision, your imagination for your future, the life that you want to create. If you can envision it, you can create it into reality. So it's a really great energy for you to have. This does bring forth the energy of creation, right? How do I turn my dreams into something real and tangible? So work with Archangel Metatron, do some work with your 6th chakra, that's your third eye. It's opening, or it's time for you to work with it a little bit more. Now, if you happen to be one of those people who can't necessarily visualize, there's a lot of you out there, don't worry about it, okay? There's a lot of importance put on visualization. And yes, it can be important when you're, when you're actively practicing the law of attraction, right? Or when you're in spiritual practice. But there's a lot of people that just haven't developed that ability. It doesn't mean that you can't ever develop it. You can, but it's like there's so much importance put on it, and then it actually is discouraging to some people. It's like, well, I can't visualize, so it's useless to me. No, it isn't. All right. I try and break it down a little bit for people into, have you ever just sat there and let your mind wander and you daydreamed about something? Maybe you can't see like the movie in your head, but you felt the energy, right? Or there's just been something playing out in the back of your mind, right? And, so it's like embrace the same kind of energy that you would have if you're just sitting there daydreaming about something, right? It can also be that you can hold the vision just by intention, by saying something out loud, right? Like, why? That's pretty silly. I'm trying to say, I see a cornucopia of abundance and prosperity sitting in front of me, right? And, just state what you're wanting to see. And for some reason, I see dead people jumping into my brains for some strange reason, but maybe you have that gift as well. Don't squander that, because it's really quite exciting gift to have. A little bit scary, but maybe not anything to do with your reading here. I don't know why it's popping into my head, unless, of course, maybe you are awakening to your potential mediumship abilities, right? And your psychic abilities. And this could possibly be where you find a mentor so that you can turn those spiritual gifts into maybe something that brings you a little extra money on the side, right? You could also be paying for a spiritual service at this time as well. And this can actually kind of shake things up. So considering I've got still the voice giggling in my ear, very, very distracting, of saying, I see dead people, it probably means that you're going to go see a medium or something, possibly a tarot reader, maybe get your astrology done, that kind of thing, right? But there's like a message coming in here from somewhere for you. I do feel here with this energy, and this could possibly be connecting with your ancestors as well, because they can really help you to find your path to abundance and prosperity, right? They're, especially if you are really connected to somebody in this physical lifetime, right? They could be right by you, guiding you through some tough times or helping guide you towards some wonderful manifestations, right? So it's going to be a great time for you to work with your ancestors, your past loved ones in this life, and Archangel Metatron can help you there as well. There's a little bit of magic in the air with this energy for you, all right? So just be open to however it comes, right? Whether it's messages and guidance, whether it's signs, symbols, synchronicities, whether it's a dream that you have, or even a daydream or something, right? Or it's something where to get what you want, you need to use a little bit of your imagination, right? There's like a lot of little magical things in the air for you here. So it's quite fun. We've got the Seven of Swords, not quite fun. All right, Seven of Swords there. The Wheel of Fortune, that's a little bit better. And then we've got the Four of Cups. So your big energy here is the Wheel of Fortune, okay? Don't give up on your goals and dreams. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that the world is working against you or that the universe is working against you, the Seven of Swords, right? Things have been taken from me, I've lost opportunities, but doors slam in my face, or I feel as though everything is working against me, right? Seven of Swords can be a challenging card because it's challenging to stay positive and it's challenging to trust, right? And especially if we've had losses or things that haven't gone our way or things where we feel as though the rug has been yanked out from under us. So this is really saying here, and with the Four of Cups as well, okay, we need to engage in our current present energy because the present energy that we put out today dictates our tomorrow. And the Wheel of Fortune indicates that you are entering a time of prosperity and growth. You are entering a time of abundance and opportunities and wisdom and knowledge and a little bit of magic and maybe some good luck and some really fortunate turn of events coming in here for you. The Wheel of Fortune does remind you of the ebb and the flow of life. Sometimes when we're up, we never think that we can be down. Sometimes when we're down, we never can see the light at the end of the tunnel and believe that we're going to be up again. But the Wheel of Fortune reminds you of the ebb and the flow of life, the ups and the downs, because everything is a balance. But the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, this is Jupiterian energy. This is things working in your favor. It's the Wheel of Destiny, things aligning for you in a very positive way. All right. And we need to remember that because the Four of Cups, we're not interested or we're feeling dejected. We're not engaged. with things. We're not hopeful anymore, but where we embrace hope, there is something here for us, right? This person, they're not even looking at the life they've built or what things are good. They're just looking out into the horizon going, ugh, woe's me, right? I'm just going to give up, why bother? But then there's a gift, there's an opportunity, there's something here. And this is a reminder to engage with your energy, engage with your emotions, and to keep your open mind, to keep your open heart. Because when we do that, we look at the potential, we look at the big picture, we try and find the positive in things. That's where we find the magic. That's where we find the doors opening. And that's where we can make those improvements and recognize the good in the world. Yes, sometimes the Seven of Swords, it feels as though the world is working against you. It feels like things have been taken from you or that opportunities have not materialized for you. Sometimes in this energy, we do feel as though we've been betrayed, especially like our workplace. If you've ever been laid off, right? Maybe you're the loyal employee that has sat there for 5 years and you've trained other people beneath you. And then all of a sudden the company goes through some changes, Wheel of Fortune, right? The company might go through some changes and, they restructure and you might find yourself on the chopping block. You get that little pink slip and it's like, thank you for your service. And you're like, what the actual hell? Because the thing is, maybe you do make a little bit more money. And sometimes when they do those restructurings, they're only looking at the dollars and cents. They're not looking at how capable people are. And I've been in that position. I've been in that situation. And it does feel as though you've been betrayed. But trust that if there is a closed door, something has been slammed in your face, the Wheel of Fortune says this is lining you up for something better, right? And it's expanding you out into the future, into the universe, right? And, I have been laid off, unfortunately, twice in my life. And, and it's like I've bounced back on my feet, both times, because of course it does add a little bit of motivation. But I've found myself in a much better scenario than I was in previously. And then when I look back, yes, there's emotions that come with that, right? But when I look back, I'm like, you know what? I am thankful that this happened because I would have sat in that situation for a lot longer, right? As we get comfortable, we get used to things, right? And then sometimes we have to get out of our comfort zone, but there's fear or uncertainty holding us back, right? So this is that reminder. The door's opening for you, things getting better. Got to be open to it. Got to look at the possibilities, and we've got to engage in our present energy. Remember, we got magic coming in here for you guys. We've got Archangel Metatron helping you out. We've got coins coming your way. We've got the cornucopia coming your way, right? Are you ready to receive your magic, your blessings, your abundance? What energy are you putting out, right? Whatever energy you're putting out, remember, flows back to you. So today, embrace the energy of abundance and gratitude and give thanks for everything that is in your life now, everything that is still materializing in physical form. Because of course, when we set intentions, energetically, it's already there. And it's just a matter of time before things blossom into our real world. 8 of Wands. Love the 8 of Wands. 5 of Swords, out of your head, get out, and the 7 of Pentacles. For some of you, there could be some things happening really quickly, and this can leave you a little bit overwhelmed. We do get surprises when we do get the Wheel of Fortune. Sometimes they make us feel uncomfortable. Sometimes they bring in an element of turbulence or uncertainty, because whenever we are experiencing a change in cycle, sometimes it's like a ship doing a big about face, right? And what do we get? Turbulence when that rudder changes direction. And sometimes that's what happens when the Wheel of Fortune comes in. And with the 8 of Wands coming in here, this shows there could be some speedy energy coming in here for you. Now, typically the 8 of Wands is very positive, right? Good news headed your way. This shows that your intentions and your energy that you put out, they're hitting their mark and they are on target, right? We want to make sure, again, that we're putting out the right vibes. Right? We're putting out the energy of what it is you want. We're focusing on the things that you want to blossom and grow, 7 of Pentacles in your life. We're not focusing 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, ouch, on what you don't want. All right? We need to stay positive. Now, do you need to stay positive 24 hours a day? Hell no. Is it possible to stay positive 24 hours a day? Probably not. right? I'd like to meet a person that stays positive 24 hours a day. They'd probably be very annoying on some level, okay? So remember that it is okay to feel anxious. It is okay to feel afraid. It is okay to, have those little negative moments of self-doubt. But what we need to do is recognize those in the moment that they happen, take a little step back, process. Why am I thinking this way? Why am I feeling this way? And then we need to transmute that energy into something a little better. But when we honor our thoughts and our emotions, right, we deal with them and then we move on, right? And so, yes, sometimes life can be a little bit challenging. Sometimes it takes forever to reach our goals, even if we know that we're on track. It's easy to fall into a little bit of a negative way of thinking. But the Eight of Wands is saying, stay positive, keep moving forward, right? There's a lot of things happening for you because the Eight of Wands can be quite often very tied to manifestation, right? Your intentions are hitting their mark, right? The universe has said, yep, no problem. Energetically, things are manifesting for you, right? And so just expect the unexpected, right? Know that there's things happening out there in the background for you, right? So we just don't want to block anything or prevent anything from coming in. And we also want to make sure that we're ready to receive and we see the possibilities there. But the Eight of Wands can also show that in your month ahead, you might have a lot of things to do. It is a very busy energy. It's a very active energy. And it's a very fast moving energy, but you can handle it. You're capable of it. So some of you might have a lot of things on the go. Maybe you're feeling like you don't have time for some things that you want to do, but you are getting things done in this energy. So it's typically very positive when it's in the upright, which this is, all right? But we do have the Five of Swords, and this is right in the middle of your reading, okay? So this is something to be aware of, all right? And especially since we have that Seven of Swords there already. The Five of Swords can be an energy of conflict, all right? So be careful with communication, internally and externally. Be careful what you say to people, but also this is an energy where people may be a little bit challenging to deal with and to communicate with in some level. And it can be like coworkers or a boss or things like that. This can also be where some negative thoughts start to come in for us, right? And if we look on this card, we've got this guy there. He's got a crow in this particular deck. The crows represent the swords, right? Caw, caw, caw. We've got a little shadow figure in the background there, right? So it's like the little voice in your head. This voice in your head, the Eight of Wands, says, yes, I can, yes, I can, yes, I can. Things are working out for me. Things are abundant for me. I am prosperous. My manifestations are working for me. And then the Five of Swords says, but it's taking forever. It's not working, right? Or, you can't have this. You don't deserve it. Or, things like that. And sometimes those little voices in our head can really derail us. When you do find that voice in your head, right? Take a moment out, damn spot, okay? Dispel that negative thought from your head, right? It's easy for things to get stuck in our heads a little bit, especially the negative, right? It's the way things go. But the Five of Swords can also be an energy of, believe it or not, winning. But it's with a double-edged sword. So if you are in the unfortunate and unenviable position where maybe your company does do a restructure and you see a couple of your colleagues be shown the door, shown the pink slip, and maybe you're the man left standing or the woman left standing. You want to jump for joy. You want to celebrate your good news. The Eight of Wands can bring in good news. But it can be where it's like, I should be happy. I want to jump from the ceiling. I want to call up my colleagues and I want to go out for drinks and celebrate my newfound position, my newfound role, right? Or the fact that I still have a job. But because someone has had a loss, suffered a loss, we don't want to be in that energy necessarily. So it can be like dampening our excitement and our enjoyment. Right? So it's just one of those energies where we do need to be a little bit cautious about what we say and to whom we say it. Right? So if you're going for a promotion and you've got a colleague that's also going for the same position, obviously only one person can be the winner. Right? And, so you could potentially get it, and then your colleague doesn't. And so maybe you kind of feel good and bad all at the same time. So obviously they're hopefully going to give you some congratulations there if that's you, or you're going to be the better person and give them congratulations if they're the ones that get that, right? But, there is just something that's dampening that, what should be that joyous energy. Right? So that Five of Swords can be very complex, right? Because it can be conflict, it can be confrontations, it can be miscommunication and misunderstandings. But again, it can also be that that victorious energy, but with kind of a little bit of a slightly challenging undertone to it. But it's also a little voice in your head, right? So we want to maintain positive energy with the Eight of Wands and kind of, dispel that negative train of thought, okay? It can be that you do potentially get some sort of bad news, or you're having a lot of trouble making a change or making a decision. We do have the Seven of Pentacles. Now, this can be a time of harvest for you, a time where things are blossoming for you, a time of growth, right? The Seven of Pentacles can be somewhere where you planted the seeds, right? See these little pentacles. It all started with the Ace of Pentacles, and now it's grown roots, and now it's blossoming into a tree. And so this can be where you have planted some seeds of intention a long time ago, and you've been patiently waiting for something to blossom. And this can be where for some of you, something does blossom. So there's really a positive energy coming in here, but the Five of Swords, it requires change. So if you've been putting your resumes out, right, looking for a new job, planting that seed, that Ace of Pentacles, waiting for something to happen, waiting for something positive to come back for you, you might get the really good news and you might get a job offer. So now not only do you have to make a decision, is this really what I want? Is this going to give me long-term growth? Is this going to bring me the money that I'm looking for, right? But the Five of Swords, fives represent change. And what is change? Difficult sometimes, even though it's something positive. And so we can talk ourselves out of something just as much as we can talk ourselves into something. Sometimes that's easier. And sometimes change is just challenging, even if it's something really positive. So the Five of Swords, again, is that little voice in our head, our fears coming to the surface, coming to light and saying, yes, this is positive, but what if you end up working with people that aren't very nice? Or what if your boss turns out to be, someone who really isn't that wonderful that they seem to be in your interview? Or, what if you don't like the job, right? And so that little voice in our head can really be a little bit challenging for us, right? So we need to kind of get out of that voice, get out of that energy. And if you do have to make an important decision, weigh up your pros and cons, right? Trust your instincts, right? Trust your intuition. You're going to know what's right for you. With the Seven of Pentacles, this can also be that to be patient with your things that you are manifesting into your world. Your Eight of Wands reminds you things are happening. The Wheel of Fortune, yes, you are entering a wonderful positive cycle here, but there is this challenging energy coming in here as well, because we can sometimes feel like giving up. We can sometimes enter the world of these manifestations aren't working. This is all a bunch of malarkey, right? This is BS, and I don't know why people believe in this crap, right? And it's important not to fall into that trap, right? Because that's quite often why people's manifestations aren't working, right? Plus, people want everything all at once. They want a big windfall, right? We do need to work towards things. We need to recognize everything starts with that seed, that little door that we open. Doors open a crack. It's up to us to reach out to that door to open it a little bit more. But there is some blossoming abundance coming in there with that Seven of Pentacles. And it can be something that you've been waiting for. We've got the Six of Cups here as well. Reminder about your present energy. The King of Pentacles. Hello, sugar daddy. And we've got the Ace of Wands. Look at that. Beautiful energy. Love having the aces come out. So, you may find the middle of the month there, okay, can be maybe a little bit of up and down in your way of thinking or your communication, but things are really, really picking up steam for you in a very positive way, which is really good. And especially the latter part of the month. Funny because you and Leo, again, Leo had some challenging energy like the first couple of weeks of the month. And then as the month progresses, then things get a little bit easier and things get a little bit more interesting. So you could have some similarities there with Leo energy. We've got the Queen of Swords, yes, Queen of Swords at the back of the deck here, and this can be you, your ability to make decisions, to cut through the BS, your ability to be honest and truthful with yourself, and ultimately trust your inner wisdom and your intuition to make the right decisions for yourself, to get clarity, a good train of thought here, right? And really positive for decision making, for seeking out the truth of things, and also for recognizing the possibilities here. The Queen of Swords. Queens are all about receiving, being receptive, being open. But you got a little extra energy of discernment with the Queen of Swords. Also boundaries come in here with the Queen of Swords as well. And sometimes we need to put up boundaries within ourselves as well, right? To keep those negative thoughts or feelings at bay, and to really make sure that, hey, I'm going into this negative territory. I got to pull it back a little bit, right? So this is a very positive energy. There could also be somebody who actually may catch you off guard, someone you knew you might meet, or someone in your world as well. They could give you a little helping hand or maybe a little advice along your journey, because the Queen of Swords tends to be quite helpful when you ask for advice. Just make sure you're ready for the answer, because it'll be 100% bare bones, honest truth without being sugar coated in any way whatsoever. All right. But this shows your ability to really focus on your goals, focus on what you want, and to make those all important decisions. Okay. So trust your ability to make decisions. But we do have the Six of Cups here. And again, just like the Eight of Wands, this is a reminder about our present energy. All right. And a reminder about the energy that we put out there today. What dictates our tomorrow. So live in the moment, enjoy today. We're always, humans are weird. We do sometimes get stuck in the past, right? And it can be a challenge to move forward or make change. We're creatures of habit. It's also sometimes a challenge to stop living too much in the future, right? Yes, we're making future plans, or yes, we're setting intentions and those kind of things. But we got to stop and smell the roses every once in a while. And the Six of Cups reminds you of that. So yes, you've got career goals, you've got money goals, you got all these things. But with the Six of Cups, remember to have fun. Remember to engage and embrace your current energy and recognize what energy you're putting out there into the universe, because we want that good vibes to flow back to you. An energy of abundance, Eight of Wands, flexibility, adaptability, open-mindedness, Eight of Wands, right? We want all this wonderful stuff to flow back. So just make sure you're putting out the right vibes, okay? Energy attracts energy, like attracts like, right? And we want to put out that wonderful energy. But with the Six of Cups, you could also be potentially traveling. You could be having some fun in the month ahead. Could be with your children, or maybe something to feed your inner child. With the Six of Cups, we do have a little bit of fun. And this can also be where we get a second chance sometimes, or we get someone coming back. So we get a person or an opportunity coming back into our lives. Now, with this energy, you could be traveling back to, say, your childhood neighborhood. And you could potentially bump into somebody who maybe actually has some opportunity for you. You have a King of Pentacles showing up here. The King of Pentacles is someone very generous, someone very successful, someone who has probably got quite a bit of money, hence the sugar daddy comment, right? But this person could potentially be someone that you used to know, someone who used to live in your neighborhood, or maybe someone that you used to work with. This could potentially be somebody that you are meeting again. It can be a chance encounter, especially with that Wheel of Fortune. Anything goes. It's up to fate. It's up to chance, right? And so this could just be you, right place, right time. You're putting out good vibes and you're getting it back. So this King of Pentacles can be somebody who has a very wonderful job offer for you. It can even be someone's family business, that kind of thing. And it is a positive thing. This is also someone that can give you some really good advice or guidance in regards to money matters. The King of Pentacles can be someone who is an accountant, a banker, financial advisor, someone who's in real estate, right? Someone who deals with money, and someone who might be able to wheel and deal, very business oriented with this. And of course, the King, a leader, a boss, a business owner, or someone in a position of authority, and maybe someone who can help you to make some things happen. Very positive person in here. Okay, it can be a new boss. We do have the Ace of Wands right beside that, right? So it could be a new boss, new connection. It could be someone that you pay for their services. Again, just like we said at the beginning of your reading with the woman holding a coin, this is a king. So it could be that your parents help you out with something, maybe grandparents. You could get like an inheritance or something like that. There could be, if you're going out for a job interview, right? Maybe it's something that really does have the promise of a lot more money and stability and security. And it could be both the king and the King of Pentacles here and the woman holding a coin, that you have two interviews, right? Or maybe two people show up to that interview and you talk to them both at the same time. And it feels like it's probably a very positive conversation, especially when you've got the Queen of Swords helping you through in that energy. So very important conversation may come about for you in the month ahead. But with the King of Pentacles, this can also be your energy, right? You've gotten something that you want. You're calm, you're patient, you're down to earth, you're trusting yourself to make the right moves. You've maybe gotten some dividends paid out, or you've gotten that promotion raise, or even that new job that you were looking for, because we do have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands really activates that third eye, right? Look at that right there, burning that flame. And so the aces are gifts from the universe, so you could get a seed of opportunity opening up here for you, a door opening up for you, and it's up to you, King of Pentacles, to take charge, to take the lead, to be in a position of authority and accept that new beginning, okay, or to walk through the door of possibility and trust yourself along your journey that you're making the right choices for yourself, right? The Ace of Wands can bring about renewed sense of passion, new sources of inspiration, but yes, gifts from the universe and maybe a little bit of luck. Aces tend to be a little bit lucky, right? So something manifesting in your world, whether it's something brand spanking new or something that is new, how should we say, a new stage of development in your money and your career path. So very exciting here for you. And we can actually link it, if we embrace some cartomancy here, we can link it over, knight it over to that Eight of Wands. And so this can be something that is very brings a lot of potential and a lot of possibilities for you as well. You can also link this over to the Wheel of Fortune, so it can be very positive in its energy there for you, right? So you just never know what's going to happen, but new beginnings, doors opening for you. And really the two cards that are the most troublesome are the Two Swords cards, your thoughts, your communication, that kind of thing. But everything else is showing that there is a potential for really positive things happening for you, managing your money better, making better choice with how you spend your money. Maybe you even have an opportunity for your money to work for you. And of course, new possibilities opening up for you, all bringing you abundance and prosperity into your life. Something exciting, something that's like a jump for joy, a whoop whoop kind of energy there for you guys. All right. So embrace this energy, claim this energy. Wonderful energy there, but I've been asked to leave that there, so I will. If you enjoyed your reading, please hit like on this video. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading. That is why I do this. That is my soul's purpose. And so I thank you for that. Also, if you enjoy my content, hit that notification bell. It will subscribe you to my channel and also let you know whenever I put up something new, which is almost every day, because I do daily readings over here at the Moon as well. But don't be afraid to say hi as well. Where are you watching from? What's going on in your life? What changes are happening for you, or what is blossoming in your world here as well? Always nice to hear from you guys. So I hope you guys have a wonderful month ahead. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.